Today we have very special guest who has been working passionately and deeply to bridge between India and Taiwan, Mr. Manhar Singh Yadav. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayur, for doing this interview and for giving me this opportunity.
Sir, we recently saw you in conversation with Taiwan Talks about the Operation Sindoor, and it's inspiring to see how engaged you are in building cultural and trade bridges between India and Taiwan. Before we go further, could you please share a bit about yourself and your role in ITA? And how's your journey with Taiwan so far, and what do you like about Taiwan?
Regarding my journey here in Taiwan, it has been now more than 1.5 years for me. Okay. And I would say that over this 1.5 years, I've had just pleasant interactions. All my engagements over here have been more than satisfying. The most interesting part, rather most satisfying part of my job over here has been interacting with the Indian community.
Yeah, true.
And members like you make us proud.
Sir, we are still very small Peredo, sir. You are the one who is working so hard here, and everyone talks about that.
But let me give you one figure about how well the Indian community is doing over here. Just a few days back, we did a talent match event. And 70% of Indian students over here are pursuing PhD.
Oh.
And 90% of them are masters and PhD.
Oh.
So I think our people over here are more than well qualified.
As you have now spent time in Taiwan and you have interacted with people, tasted the food and felt the energy, what would you personally like the most about Taiwan? People, the places, or maybe even something surprises? Would you like to please share with us?
Well, a lot of things surprised me. Let me say that the first thing that really surprised me was the discipline and the focus that one sees in every aspect of Taiwanese lives. Be it school, be it traffic on the road, be it colleagues in my office. Wherever I see a lot of discipline and focus in Taiwanese society. Well, I would say Taiwanese people are one of the most humble people in the world, I would say. They try and achieve best in their field. They're very committed, but still they remain humble. So my interactions with Taiwanese people have been more than, I would say, enriching. Yeah, I've learned quite a bit from them.
That's great.
So as I mentioned to you, people are always the best part of any job. Interacting with people is always the best part. Second, I would say Taiwan is also blessed with natural resources in terms of natural beauty. Yeah. They have mountains, they have ocean, the rivers are both hot water springs and cold water springs. So overall, I would say Taiwan has one of the well-endowed natural resources. Third, I think Taiwanese companies are really best places to learn. I learned about semiconductors from them. I learned about technical textile, about electronic manufacturing, about EVs, about smart solutions. And I'm quite happy that many of them are going to India. And I'm also very happy that many Indian companies are tying up with them. Second, I would say many people don't know how well developed Taiwan is.
Okay,
that's well. I would also say that people in Taiwan don't know how well developed India is. Yes. India is no more a country which it used to be 10 years back.
Yes.
Today it is one of the fastest growing major economy in the world. So I think both sides do lack exposure to each other, and hence I was surprised to see Taiwan so well developed.
That's great, sir.
So yeah, overall I would say several things surprised me in Taiwan.
As I'm an Indian living in Taiwan for many years, I've seen how locals are curious and respectful about our food, about our festival and the culture. What message would you like to give to the Indian diaspora here to help promote deeper cultural understanding, to help local know more about who we are and what we are, and how do we celebrate our festivals?
As I mentioned to you, Indian people, Indian diaspora in Taiwan is really well educated and they are quite well guided. However, I would mention two things to you. Number one, I would say that, between Indian culture and Taiwanese culture, there are a lot of similarities and there are very few differences. So our similarities cut across sectors. We pray in the same manner. We eat quite amount of similar kind of food. We like similar kind of things, like for example, we like to spend time with our family during festival. We like to help our children in their STEM education.
Yes.
So I think there are a lot of similarities between Indian and Taiwanese culture. We should highlight those similarities. There are some differences, but I would say these differences are very minor. So we should try and explain these differences. But mainly, I would say we should not make a mountain out of the small differences that we have. Let's celebrate the similarities that we have.
Yeah.
That would be my first advice. The second is, as far as our people here in Taiwan are concerned, they are one of the most helping society, If you look at what we did during COVID time,
Yes.
and can clearly see how helpful the Indian diaspora was to the local community.
Yeah.
I did a river cleaning event few weeks back.
Yeah.
And again, large number of Indian diaspora members joined me in this event.
Yes.
I think we should do more such events, and rather than each one of us doing individually, such a thing, we should also try and do it collectively. So one aspect of Indian diaspora in Taiwan is their helpful nature. And let's try and highlight this and use it. That would be my second advice.
So in recent years, especially now, I'm personally I'm your big fan, and many of the things I've seen that it's going much faster than before, and the cooperation between India and Taiwan is going such a rapid speed. So we have seen very stronger cooperation between India and Taiwan recently, whether in technology, education, or even tourism. So what areas do you think which hold the most potential for collaboration between India and Taiwan now or in the future?
Here I would say 4 T's. Number one is talent.
Oh.
Indian talent is well respected all across the board.
Yeah.
You just have to look at major companies and look at their CEOs. You'll find most of them have Indian CEOs or CTOs.
Yes.
So I think Taiwanese society and Taiwanese industry can benefit from Indian talent.
Yes.
And similarly, India can surely benefit from Taiwanese talent. So the talent part is one thing that will be a highlight of our relationship. And more Indian companies will hire Taiwanese people, and Taiwanese companies will hire Indian people.
Yes.
That's the first point. The second one is technology. The best part is if you look at the technologies held by Taiwanese company and the technologies held by Indian companies, you will see a lot of complementary strengths. Indians are good at software as everybody knows.
Yes.
And Taiwan is good at hardware. So these hard skills and soft skills can come together for many companies, and it can result into newer technologies. So I would say the second part is the technology cooperation. Third, I would say trade. Right now our trade is at $12 billion US. It has been growing at a rapid pace.
Yes.
However, I still feel that we can do a lot together. Both of us want a diversified supply chain. We are trying to look for alternative sources for various goods. As friends, we can pitch together and find those alternative sources in each other. So just for example, take pharma. India's API industry is growing very fast. Taiwanese can buy APIs from India. Similarly, Taiwan has a huge gifting culture.
Yeah.
And India has a big handicraft industry. So we make those items quite well. These artisans have been practicing this for centuries. So they have perfected their art. I think Taiwanese people will benefit from our handicrafts, and particularly ODOP, one district, one product handicrafts. So that's the third T. And the fourth T, as you mentioned, is tourism.
Okay.
Here again, I would say both places are blessed with natural beauty.
Yeah.
India has Himalaya, it has deserts, it has vast rivers, and we have places of pilgrimage interest. We have places of Buddhism and also places of other religion.
Yeah.
So I think a lot can happen in the tourism sector. Yes. And you were recently telling me that a large group of Indians came here and visited your restaurant. Yes. I think it can benefit both sides.
Yeah.